come in, sit, cross my palm with silver, and I, the oracle, shall gaze into the mists of time and reveal what this stranger will do next. You think it takes magic to predict a human being. It does not. It takes a crystal ball, a spooky voice, and one very old secret. Because every person who has ever lived is running the exact same little program. And once you can see it, you can read anyone. Watch. The secret was written down by a bearded Austrian named Sigmund Freud, though the fairground folk knew it long before him. He called it the pleasure principle. It says the human mind will do everything it possibly can to chase pleasure, and everything it possibly can to escape pain. That is the whole spell. Seek the nice thing. Flee the bad thing. And who casts this spell? Not your wise, thoughtful mind. Oh no, it is the ancient lizard that lives in the back of your skull. Freud called it the id. It has no manners, no patience, and no long-term plan. It wants the snack. It wants it now. And it will drag your entire sophisticated brain across the room to get it. So the spirits reveal two great forces. The pull, which is pleasure, and the flee, which is pain. Every choice you have ever made was one of these two ghosts, whispering. But the spirits, they have rules. 5 of them. Lean closer. Rule 1. The flee is stronger than the pull. We will work far harder to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. Picture a desert road. Before you, a treasure chest, gold and jewels, enough to set you up for life. But roaring toward that chest is a runaway truck. You will not grab the treasure. You will jump. Every time. Because the ghost of pain screams louder than the ghost of gold. A wounded animal is always more motivated than a comfortable one. Rule 2. The spirits do not respond to reality. They respond to your idea of it. Behold, the chapuline, a traditional Mexican snack. Spicy, tasty, low in carbs. Also, it is a grasshopper, a chili-flavored grasshopper. Now, you have never tasted one. You have no evidence it is bad, and yet your face is already doing the thing. You are fleeing a pain that exists only in your imagination. That, my friend, is why humans so often run screaming from things that are perfectly fine and stroll happily toward things that will ruin them. Rule 3. The spirits are blind past next Tuesday. Pleasure and pain that arrive soon feel enormous. Pleasure and pain that arrive years from now barely register. Observe the smoker. In 15 minutes, the sweet relief of a cigarette. Delicious. Immediate. The corroded lung, the hospital, the decades of consequence? Those are far away, in the fog, invisible to the lizard. This is also why you will absolutely start that project tomorrow. Tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Rule 4. The heart defeats the head. Every single time. The smoker knows. They have read the warning on the packet. They saw the horrible lung photo in school. They understand every reason not to, and then they light it anyway. Because when your feelings and your logic step into the ring, your logic is not even wearing shoes. The id wants what it wants, and reason may be damned. Rule 5, and this one is dark. Survival overrides everything. When your brain even thinks your life is at risk, it switches off the rest of you and turns you into a machine with one command: do not die. That is why you leap from the truck. But here's the cruel twist. That same survival ghost can be fooled by a plate of nachos. Cheese, sour cream, fatty meat, glistening under a bar light. Some ancient part of your brain shouts, food is here. Food means survival. EATIT all. And you look down, and half the plate is gone, and you do not remember deciding anything. Your life did not depend on those nachos. But the lizard could not tell the difference. Now. The economists tried to make all this sound respectable. They invented a very serious man they call Homo economicus, rational economic man. He weighs every option coldly and always makes the choice that maximizes his own benefit. Very tidy, very flattering, complete fiction. If it were true, the stock market would be perfectly predictable, and it is chaos, because Homo economicus is really just our sweaty little lizard in a nice suit, still reaching for the nachos. But the spirits are not finished. Pleasure and pain are the engine. The pyramid tells you the destination. Behold, the ancient pyramid of needs, drawn by the sage Abraham Maslow. It reveals that what motivates you depends entirely on which step you are standing on. At the very bottom, the base of all things, physiological needs, food. water, sleep, warmth. A newborn wants nothing else. Satisfy that, and you climb to the next stone: safety, shelter, security, stability. Climb again, and the hunger changes. Now you crave love and belonging, friends, connection, a tribe. Satisfy that, and still you are restless, because the next step is esteem, respect, achievement, mattering to the world. And at the very peak, glowing, the rarest air of all, self-actualization, becoming everything you are capable of becoming. It is why a man like Warren Buffett, having conquered every lower step, turns around and gives his fortune away. When the bottom of your pyramid is solid, your desires finally turn outward. And here, at last, is the reveal you paid your silver for. To predict any human being, you do not need me, or the ball, or the candles. You need only 2 questions. What is this person chasing? And what are they fleeing? Find their pull and their flee, then find which step of the pyramid they are standing on, and their next move stops being a mystery. It becomes a forecast. I will let you in on one final secret. I am not a psychic. I never was. I just know that every person who sits in that chair is running from a pain and reaching for a pleasure and slowly climbing a pyramid they cannot see. That is all anyone is doing, including you, including me. The mists are clearing now. Your future, it turns out, was never hidden. It was just very, very predictable. Now, about that silver.